All right. Well, happy Saturday, whatever day it is, like the 30th or something, May 30th, which is crazy. Is that not crazy? I don't know. May just went by like that. Maybe not for some of you mamas that were homeschooling. So I totally get that. If that was a long month for you, but it went by fast for me. So anyway, here we are. We're getting ready to step into this. Of course, my dog's barking. We're going to step into this summer series, and I just wanted to take care of a few things that I think are important to share with you guys. So one thing, just to wrap this month up, is we have close of business, which is happening this weekend. Hold on, I'm walking to let Kate out so she can just stop being annoying. Okay, so home office is open today until 2 o'clock. So if you need to take care of anything, there are people in the office working on a Saturday. Aren't they awesome? I love our home office and everything that they're doing for us. People are in the Tower Garden warehouse today shipping out Tower Gardens, y'all. So give our home office a little shout out when you can, because they're amazing. So you can call the home office today until 2, and then you can put orders in until midnight tomorrow night, okay, to count for this business month. So if you are still working on your business month, which why not, right? You can still put those orders in until midnight, but just make sure you give the order enough time to process and things like that. So I wouldn't push it until midnight. Okay, so that just brings me to, we're just having an amazing month again, which is so awesome. And just the reflection of, our 60 new partners in April. So we didn't add obviously that many partners this month, but we're having just a fantastic month. We're already over 2,000 customers. So we're going to talk next week about customer care. Okay, so next Saturday we're going to talk about customer care, because we want to really add value and really take good care of our customers, because they're our lifeline of our business, right? So, okay, one thing that was brought up, if you have tried Lyft, or if you've not tried Lyft, it's kind of a test market product. They said they have 500 Lyft orders left in the home office. So if you love Lyft and you want some to last you through the summer, put your order in now, because it'll probably be gone, and then they are going to have to rethink and talk the whole Lyft thing. So I don't know when it's going to come back out. Okay, so just know, if you love Lyft, you want to go ahead and get yourself some. So if you're trying to finish up a promotion, or you're trying to finish up a qualified business or something like that, that might be something you want to add to your Juice Plus.
Carrie, what is Lyft?
So Lyft is just it's a test market. It's like an energy drink, but it's all natural. So they it tastes like a passion tea to me. It's kind of like a fruity passion tea. It's a drink. It's a powder thing, and you stir it in water or juice or whatever, LaCroix. So full of B vitamins. It's really good for, like, I know Casey just loves it. Like, she's a 3 o'clock Lyft girl. It's a mama of an 18-month-old boy. So, okay, so that's something you could try, and then it'll be gone, and then they'll have to revisit, because there were some things about the name and all of that kind of thing. So, Juice Plus does not put out any products until it's 100% good. So, they'll wait and revisit some things on that. All right. Other thing I want to tell you is, I don't know if you guys know or utilize, but maybe we could open this up for conversation just for a couple of minutes. Did you know, and do you utilize the customer portal? Okay, so the company, this is not new. The company has had this around for a couple of years. When your customer orders, they get an email from the company and says that you can access your own customer portal, And there's a tutorial that they just sent out. There's lots of tutorials out there, but they really would love for our customers to try to use this and for ourselves. So who knows about the customer portal, using it, or doesn't know, or has questions around that?
I know about it, and I tried to get into it, but I was having difficulty, so I have to keep working on it. But yes, I have used it, and I've referenced my customers back to it as well for tracking and tracking their order, and they've used it and they like it.
Okay, good. Thanks, Christy. And I'll put that tutorial video out for us today. I'll put it on our Voxer and our Facebook page. I think it'll run on our Facebook page. So anyway, yeah, I think it's just one of those things that per regulations and guidelines, our customers need to have access to their own orders. It's kind of like Amazon Prime or something like that. You know, anything that you utilize that you order online, you can usually access it through your own portal. So I'll put that out and you guys can check it out. If you have questions, certainly reach out, but try to encourage your customers to tap into that. Now, that being said, I'm going to talk about this more next week. That doesn't mean that we just say, okay, great, they have their own customer portal, they have access to their account, we don't need to do anything anymore, right? So it's just, it's a way for them to be able to access, but we still want to do customer care. Okay, so next thing I want to just touch on real quick is the company is opening up new markets coming up. I'm going to turn because I'm kind of in the sun here. And one of them is Mexico. And I don't know the exact date that they're going to open. I think, you know, obviously with everything happening with COVID, that had to be a little postponed, but they're still opening Mexico. Okay. And they're still working on it. And we have now a liaison. Her name is Laura Morales, I think. She has worked in many, many network marketing organizations, and she now has been brought on as our liaison for the Spanish market. So here's what I know about opening a new country. Obviously, in North America, that's a country that's our neighboring country, and it's going to be really accessible for us to build market there, right? Also, we have a large Hispanic population here in the US. So the recommendation is, number one, to start building relationships and plant seeds here in the US with your Hispanic neighbors and friends. So, you know, if they're bilingual, great. If they're not, that's okay too. But start here in the US, right? Building relationships and reaching out to the Spanish market. We are, the company is working really, really hard. Laura and her team are working really hard on creating a lot more materials, Spanish materials, okay? So Juice Plus on YouTube. So I would just go Juice Plus Official Spanish and YouTube, and you'll find a lot of materials there. But the other thing is she is willing to do a call with our team, with our regional director, Jason LaChance, if we want to just kind of talk about that and what it would look like and, you know, that kind of thing. So I think that's something I would love to do. I would love to put on the calendar. I know lots of our Texas team and just everywhere really have a lot of Hispanic markets. So I'm going to watch for the date. I'm going to reach out to Laura and Jason, and I'm going to put a call for our team just to come and meet her and ask questions, and she can give us a little more insight there. Okay, sound good? Okay, so the last thing I kind of want to talk to you about before we kind of get into this Add More Good conversation is the virtual office. So last year in May, we went to Dallas as a company, as NMDs with corporate, and they announced this new virtual office. Who's been waiting for this new virtual office to come? For a whole year, we've been talking about this. So all I know, because I'm not an IT person, is this was a huge, massive undertaking as an organization. So it's not a simple little thing. And so they have been working diligently. And so what I know is it's going to roll out in 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2. And they are getting ready to send the phase 1 out in a test market in July. So they're going to test it in a smaller area, work out some of the kinks, and then they're going to open it up in the US. So maybe August, September. I just want to give you a little update on that, because I know lots of us have been like, well, when is it coming? Okay, so that's when. So that'll be phase 1. So lots of new fun things happening there. Okay, so we're going to continue our 6 weeks to success, because lots of people love that. And we're going to start June 1st again. So if you want to be in on that, and basically it's just kind of a accountability group that we're in, where we do these reach outs every 5 days a week, and then you have day off, and then you have a free day in that 6 weeks. And it's just, it really helps to create a habit of your daily thing that you do, right? Because many of us, many of you, and me included in the beginning, work this as a part-time thing alongside of kids and being home and maybe another job, or, whatever. So, so when you start working for yourself as an entrepreneur, it's kind of like you go, what do I do every day? Right? And so this is just a way to create habits in that daily, what do I do every day? Okay. So if you are curious about that and you want to jump on that with us, ask your sponsor or upline or whatever, and we'll add you in there. And then we're going to start our new book. I don't have it in front of me. It's in my bedroom. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. So if you don't have it and you want to jump in the book club, because the book club is the way we learn and grow. Oh, there, Cheryl has it. Because here's the thing, we have to grow personally and professionally, because as entrepreneurs, no one's born an entrepreneur leader. They just aren't. You have to study and grow, right? And so the book club is just a way for us to do that together. So that book, I already started reading The Compound Effect, by the way, and it is incredible. And it's not just going to help you in your business. That's the cool thing about personal growth, is it helps you in all areas of your life, right? In your physical health, in your financial health, in your relationship health. So that book is going to be, I know, really, really good for us. So, okay. So let's get to the add more good. I'm super excited about this. Okay. So one thing, I'm just going to share my screen real quick so that we can all look at this together. And okay, so hold on, I'm going to go over here first. Okay. All right. So so let me just tell you, some of you don't know my backstory. So I've been in the business for 16 years. So when I started, the kids were 11 and 12. And this is the way we got started on the Healthy Starts for Families. Because our stepson didn't get started on Juice Plus right away, but now his wife has him on it. But the girls were home with us. They were 11 and 12. So I sponsored one of the girls, Bob sponsored the other. And our kids were on this Healthy Starts for Families for 3 years back then. Today it's 4 years. Free Juice Plus for kids. Okay. Who loves free? The day I had to start paying for my kids' Juice Plus, I was like, wait, what? Wait, now I have to pay for them? And they were adult portions. So that's why I hustled up and started making money so I could pay for all of our family to be on Juice Plus. That was my number one first goal, y'all. My number one first goal was to pay for all of our family to be on Juice Plus, not out of the family budget, right? So that was my number one goal, first of all. And now I pay for my dad and my father-in-law to be on Juice Plus because I can. And it's such a good feeling. But now my kids pay for their own Juice Plus. Okay, so this is the way we got started. And it is the way I built my business. Because everybody wants free. Everybody loves free, right? And this is a way to get the family going on a health habit, because statistics show that when a family creates a health habit together, they're going to be more likely to succeed, right? And so this is an easy way for families to get started, very affordable, right? If you think about it, if they're on the red and green, right, just the duo, which we certainly know the berries and omegas are important, but even if a family got started on the red and green, that's a great place to start. And a child's free, it's like 75 cents a day. You guys, you can find that loose change in your car, right? So very, very affordable. So this is the place where we started, and I built my business on this. So there's lots of resources here, lots of good stuff. So what the company decided was, let's invest really back into our customers. Let's really get back into helping them. I'm going to go back over here for families to get started. Okay, so they came up with this add more good, and so we started on the red and green, the duo, but then we quickly added the berries, right? And then we quickly added the complete. And so this is just also an easy way for them to add and to try the complete for $5, right? It's one bag, it's 15 servings. So know that it's just going to be a large bag. It's going to be 15 servings, and there's some rules around it. And it's all on your insights. Okay. So know that it has to be a brand new order. It's going to start June 1st through September 30th. Okay. So 4 full months. They have to be brand new customers, so they can't be like a reship customer on the family health study, unfortunately, but that's okay, because we're looking to help new families, right? And then the company is going to recognize us as individuals and at conference, and they're going to recognize the top 5 individuals, and then they're going to recognize teams that help that help the top families. So, okay, and here's the customer account access video, by the way. So if you haven't read your insights, or you guys are not checking that out every Wednesday, make sure you check that out, because pretty much everything I'm telling you, I didn't go to the events either, but pretty much everything I'm telling you is on here. Okay. So I just want to open it up for a second. Does anybody have any questions about the Add More Good campaign?
I think I read through it, and I like the frequently asked questions section, because I kind of had a bunch of questions I was going to ask, but I'm glad I read that first, because it really kind of cleared up a whole bunch of stuff. So I like that, because I was wondering if, there's 2 kids in the family, can they benefit from the, can they get 2 pouches if they order separately? And they can, if you have a mother sign up and a father, or a different sponsor. So I thought that was awesome, really.
Yep. So that you could try the vanilla and the chocolate, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions about it? So it's $5. You sign up on the virtual office. That's the only place you can't send them your link. You have to do this on your virtual office. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of videos on here that you can utilize to send out. So anyway, I just thought this was so good because it's just crazy how, you know, you start thinking through things. And I actually had been kind of brainstorming about what we could do for the summer, how we could bring more value to our customers. And what I really wanted to focus on was this Start Strong Kids campaign. Has anybody seen this? Have you not seen it? Okay, so this is on our Healthy Living Revolution. And there is a link on the Freedom Revolution to the Healthy Living Revolution, right? Who knows that answer?
Yes.
Okay, I know there is. I just didn't pull it up that way. I just went to the Healthy Living Revolution. Okay, so if you haven't seen this, there's a whole bunch of goodness on here. There's the cookbooks, there's, trending health videos, which are amazing, by the way, the home fitness series, just a whole bunch of things. But right here is the Start Strong program. And this was created for kids. There's actually a YouTube channel. I know kids are really into YouTube channels, which cracks me up. But, you can actually submit a video from your kids, which is really fun. Kids love to make videos. So that's the way you can actually submit a video. So if you want to do that and have your kids do that, I think that would be a really fun thing for your kids to do. And then the YouTube channel. And here's a little bit about the Family Health Study. But if you go over here to the download, there is a whole little kind of booklet on the Start Strongs program. And I'll let you guys read through this, but there's some challenges on here. There's like some checklists for, how to make healthy lunches and healthy snacks. And then there's like these little kind of, you can print these out and put them on the refrigerator. And this is for kids from 3 to 6 years old. So it's just creating healthy habits, right? Parents might like this one. Sit quietly for 1 minute and take 10 deep breaths. So just some really fun things to help our kids to create those health habits. And then the 7 to 11-year-olds. And then you can create your own. So if you want to sit down with your family and create your own, that's fun. There's even these little rewards that they would get, maybe at the end of the month for little kids. I know this is really fun. So that's just something that I thought before they even put out the Add More Good, I wanted to start implementing this with our team and start showcasing this on social media, right? Because here's the thing, here's how we live the mission and show people that we live the mission first, right? And that will attract people to us. So I just thought as a team, I'm going to stop share here for a second, that we could add this as a campaign for our team is, number one, if you're going to, if you've got kids at home, to start implementing this for yourselves. And ask your kids and show your kids what we're going to do as a family this summer, and then start promoting that on your social media. Okay. And so here's some hashtags that you can use. Hashtag Healthy Starts for Families. Hashtag Add More Good. Hashtag Start Strong for Kids. So if we start utilizing those hashtags and we start promoting that as a team, you're going to start attracting people that are going to be like, wait, what are you doing? And by the way, on our insights, there's a whole digital section of resources and digital photos and all kinds of stuff. So I would use those, but also use your own family's photos and kids' photos. If you're going on a hike, right? Or if you're if your kids decided to put the water jug out for the family, maybe that could be one of their things. One of the kids fills up the water jug every day, so you guys are drinking more water, right? So think about all those little things that you guys can do to implement, and to send that out to the world, because that's what we really want to do. Is we want to live the mission so that we are helping other people to see that it's not that hard to do more, add more good, right? And then certainly showcase your Juice Plus and your complete shakes. All right, so here's my challenge. So as a team, I was thinking about this and I was thinking, okay, what could we do, that yes, the company's going to recognize, oh, by the way, the top 5 people in the company that actually sponsor the most families are going to get invited to the Black Tie Elton Awards dinner at conference, which is a really fun night. And they treat you like, it's the fanciest thing I've ever been to. Everybody, the guys wear tuxes, the women wear these beautiful, dresses, and there's dinner and drinks and entertainment, and it's just fun. It's just fun. So know that if you're a person that likes a challenge, you could come to the Eltons and get wined and dined by the company. And then, but if you add 5 customers a month, 5 families a month, they're going to recognize you with a ribbon, which is super fun. But I like to have a little more fun like that than that. So what I'm going to do is for every, if 5 families in a month, if you sponsor 5 families in a month, you are going to go into a drawing for my team. And you're going to, I'm going to award like probably the top 3 prizes, okay? And it's going to be fun. They're going to be good prizes. So 5 families a month, you will get your name in the drawing. And at the end of the summer, at the end of September, I will draw 3 top winners, okay? And it's going to be fun. So know that. And so as a whole, I thought, okay, well, we average about 300 new customers a month as a team. So what if we put a goal out for 500 new families, 500 new families on the Healthy Starts for Families? So that's 125 new families a month. I think that's more than doable. And my biggest goal is just to help families to get healthier, right? So if you sponsored your own 5 families a month, that would be 20 new families that you help. And maybe it's a mom and dad, right? So maybe it's just 2.5 families or 3 families a month that you help to add more good, get on Juice Plus, get some complete, and really start living this mission. Okay, so that is my challenge to our team. And my biggest challenge is going to be to track it. So here's what I'm going to do, because tracking it is hard. I'm going to rely on you guys and your honor system, because you're going to be honest, because that's who we are. So when you add 5 families or 5 family orders, okay, it doesn't have to be 5 different families. There could be a mom and dad and one, and a mom and dad and the other, and one other order. 5 new healthy, steady families. I will have a post every month on our Facebook page, and you need to put your name in there. Added 5 families, okay, for each month. So I'll have one in June, one in July, one in August, one in September. And then I'll take all those names and I'll put them in a drawing. Okay, sound good? Questions? Opening it up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That Healthy Starts Family booklet, I've always wondered how much of that resource can you actually post or share without them being customers? I guess I was always confused about it because of where it's located and all of that. So is it like you're recreating it, or are you actually posting the actual document? I mean, what can you share? Just the hashtags?
On the Healthy Living community?
Not yet. Okay. So you showed us the resource on the Healthy Living community, but when you make your own social media posts, does it have to be something you generate on your own, or can you link? Or because I was always confused, because how much access to that resource do people who are not customers have to it?
Yeah. So that Healthy Living community page is like a free resource page for our customer, or not even customers. They don't even have to be customers. They can be total prospects, okay? So remember, when we're out there sharing, we're trying to add more value. to people's lives, right? So what's better about adding more value to somebody's life than giving them a free resource? They can use those cookbooks. They can use the Start Strong program. Yes, they do not need to be a customer. So
Were you talking more about the healthy living revolution or the healthy living community?
Actually, I was talking about the one she was talking about, but it also relates to the others as well, Angie, because
Okay.
I look at those resources and I'm like, these are great resources, but I just wondered, do you have to be a customer to share it with individuals? Because there's so many people who just need basic education, I'm finding.
yeah.
Good question.
Does that help, Christy?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so this page is available to you to send out. Now, if you kind of get into some training things, then it's going to ask for a password at some level. Okay.
Okay.
So like when we get into training about how to share the Shred 10 or blah, 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 it will at some level get to a password protected place.
Gotcha.
But people are probably not, they're probably not going to go there or be interested. And if they are, then you can say, great, I can, we can help share some stuff with you. So the password's revolution, but
Gotcha.
the total resources mostly on here are all free.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. Good question. And that is the reason this was created, because we do know, and I think that even for me, sometimes, especially lately, I just have forgotten that people don't know. Still, because I've been in this community for so long, I really forget, or I guess I assume, which is never good, that people know some basic information that I know, but they don't. They do not. So it is so good. It's so good to bring value to people. Okay. And by the way, these trending health videos are just amazing. So last thing I wanted to share with you real quick is events. Okay. So how can you, besides social media and besides living your own mission out loud, right? How can we help to promote this? Okay. Well, there are going to be so many fun events. Okay. And the company is creating these new summer series. So you may or may not have seen the flyer yet, but look on the insights. Okay. Remember, everything that comes from corporate is going to be on your Juice Plus Insights. And that's emailed to you every Wednesday. You can also access it from your virtual office. But check that out. The summer series that they already have for June is June 11th and 25th. It's going to be Winter Vinacek or Vilacek or whatever her last name is. Anyway, and then Dr. Sears will be on the 25th. So those will be on JPTV, which is on Facebook. So that's easy for people to access, right? And then besides that, we're going to do a June 3rd. So that's coming up on Wednesday. Healthy, simple nutrition for kids or something. I'll put all these flyers out on our Facebook page together and kind of pin them at the top, right? So you guys will see them. And then on June 15th, which is the third Monday of the month, we're gonna showcase Dr. Valerie Miles on Zoom. It's gonna be on our team Zoom, which you can totally invite prospects and customers to, okay? And then also I know that Emily's team is going to do a teacher series on Facebook, and we'll send that out to you guys. And that's going to be about business and products. So that's going to be something that is a little not related to the family health study, but it is going to be a great event. Okay, so there are going to be events put on by the company, and then there's going to be our team events, right? So we will have more than plenty of events for you guys to build into. But here's what I want to say about events and ready-made events. Okay, So these will be already ready for you guys to plug into. And then remember, every Tuesday night, we have those calls, right? The JPVF calls that they can just dial in and listen to. 7 o'clock's the product, 7:30 is how to get started, 8 o'clock is join the mission. So those are ready-made events that literally people just have to dial into a phone number and then they can just follow along on their computer or just listen. The thing about ready-made events and having so many events is that I feel like sometimes there's so many that we aren't intentional about building for them. Okay. So what I would love to see is that you choose, right? You choose one or two that you kind of can get excited about. And again, I'll put the flyers out on, okay, bye Cheryl, on our Facebook page. And then you guys can reach out to me and ask me questions about them and stuff. I'll try to put out some messages to promote them, and then build big for them, right? So instead of like looking at all of them and going, ah, and know that the ones from the company, the JPTV ones, are going to be there recorded, but there's something about inviting and getting on live versus recorded. I don't know. People just, and also sometimes I don't go back and listen to recordings because I just don't. So pick the ones that really speak to you. Make your list of people and be intentional about inviting and confirming for those events. Okay? Instead of just knowing that they're all out there and just like, great, they're all there, because I can even do that. There's so many that I can just know that they're all out there, and maybe I tap in, but I'm not being intentional about inviting specifically for an event. So if you want to have your own, we can do that too. But if you're going to tap into one that's already ready made, make sure that you make your list and you invite intentionally, and then you confirm and make sure they get on, and then make sure you follow up right afterwards. So, okay. Any more questions before we get out of here and go enjoy our Saturday with our family and friends?
Carrie, I had a question about the lift that you mentioned. Is that something where you have to call the home office to order that? Because I don't think it shows up as an option to purchase.
It doesn't? Okay, well,
Not that I've ever seen, unless I'm looking in the wrong place.
Well, I was wondering about that because they opened it up to sales coordinators and above, and that may still be the case.
Oh, okay, that's why I haven't seen it then.
But let me tell you, if somebody is on here that is not a sales coordinator and you want to try it for whatever reason, reach out to one of us and we'll order it for you, and
Okay.
let you try it. Because I think they just did it for sales coordinators and above, which I don't know why. But if it's not on your virtual office, then that's why, Courtney.
Okay, that makes sense. Appreciate it.
You also have to have as a pay in full too.
Right. It's a pay in full. Thank you, Kathy. It's a pay in full, and then people get, you get all the PVC for it. But I don't think you get any, you get the PV though, right, Kathy? They changed that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, and here's the other thing, if anybody wants to order some in the St. Louis area, or even I'll ship it to you guys, and you just want to try it, I'll break up some orders for you. Like I'll just say you don't want like a whole 2 things container, whatever, I'll sell you one or whatever. And if you're in St. Louis, you can come by and get some from me to try it. But just know that it's going to be run out. So I might stock up a little bit. So just reach out to me if you guys want to try it. All right. Anything else? All right, I'm going to stop the recording here.